Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Traitor Trent. That's right, this is the feature that lets you know what's going on with Benedict Arnold at Real Madrid. Now, if you are new to my channel, before you start caps locking me to death, I need to explain a couple of things to you. This feature is called Traitor Trent. It's a bit of banter, it's a bit of fun, right? My viewers, my long-term viewers, chose the title of this series, not me. It's a waste of time insulting me. They picked it. I was going to call it Trent Watch, but they said, nah, fuck that, Traitor Trent, right? So if you've got a problem with it, take it up with the comment section, but I don't think they're going to give a fuck about your feelings. The next thing is, these videos are actually not malicious in any way, shape or form. These videos are just merely telling you what the Spanish media here in Spain are saying about Trent, how he's doing at Real Madrid. Whether it's good or bad, it's their opinions, not mine, okay? Now, the last thing I need to say to you is, don't leave a comment in the comment section saying I'm not interested in Trent, he don't play for Liverpool, let it go, this, that and the other. If you're not interested in Trent Alexander-Arnold's career, now he's left Liverpool, why are you watching a video that's clearly got his name in the title? Alright, that's it. So the grown-ups, we want to see how he does at Real Madrid. Some of my viewers want him to bomb miserably, some of them want him to do well because he gave 20 years to Liverpool. It's irrelevant. I'm just telling you what is being reported in Spain. Now, today, on the front page of Marca, which is a Real Madrid publication, if you like, it's based in Madrid, it's pro-Real Madrid, a lot of propaganda, obviously, has a front page headline dedicated to Carvajal, okay, which is here, as you can see. So Carvajal is basically back, and for those of you that don't know, Carvajal is first choice right back at Real Madrid. He is seen as a god there. I didn't really know all this until I started following the Spanish football dailies for you guys. It's probably been about a year now, hasn't it? And we originally started following them, didn't we, because of the Trent situation and then Luis Diaz and things like that. And I know it's coverage that you guys have enjoyed. So I've learned a lot about that. And what I've learned is that Real Madrid fans see Carvajal as their god. He is their most important player. He is one of them. He is the man as far as they're concerned, and that is quite evident here. So this article is about him, so it obviously touches on Trent, right? So Real Madrid basically beat Leganes 4-1, all right, yesterday, in a pre-season friendly behind closed doors, right? So it's not even like an official fixture, it was like a training game, really. Trent didn't make the starting 11. It was not, there was no reporting of it on the official club channels, you know, the Real Madrid television cameras were not there. It was a very secret event, if that makes sense, as Alonso tries to work out his formation and strongest starting 11 for the new campaign, okay? So the context basically is Real Madrid beat Leganes 4-1 in a pre-season kickabout behind closed doors friendly at Valdebebas, where the second team plays its matches. There was no official reporting of the game, and even Real Madrid television had no cameras there, nothing, zero, hence the difficulty in obtaining information from the match. The Real Madrid goal scorers, though, were Militao, Brahim, Huijsen, and a youth player called Pitach. This was Xabi Alonso's first pre-season match in charge. Now, the key points from this article are basically that Carvajal returned to the starting 11 and captained the team for the first time since his serious cruciate ligament injury in late 2024. He already made a brief return against PSG in the Club World Cup under Alonso, but this was his first pre-season start. His 9-month absence was one of the most significant blows to the team last season, and his recovery process is held up as an example for all Madrid fans. Now entering the 13th season with the first team, he begins what Marca calls his Reconquest. That was the headline on the front page, reclaiming his place and influencing the squad. Carvajal faces new competition from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Despite Trent signing, Carvajal is considered one of Xabi Alonso's cornerstones and is the only player left who played alongside Alonso in Madrid over a decade ago. Together they won the club's long-awaited 10th European Cup after Carvajal's return from Bayer Leverkusen, where he was one of the Bundesliga's best players. Carvajal is also aiming to secure his spot in Luis de la Fuente's Spain squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad for sure, for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Bulgaria and Turkey. So the front page, the emphasis on Carvajal, big headline, Carvajal begins the Reconquest. right back starter and captain in the Leganes friendly, it said, and it also said will fight Trent for the position. Xabi Alonso used the match to test different ideas and combinations. So that's all the info from the front page, right? And Carvajal himself, he's been quite like, when I'm fit, I'm back. It's my place in the team, sort of thing. Very, very determined. So why Carvajal's importance is massive and a challenge for Trent? Legend status, 13 seasons, multiple Champions Leagues, and a player fans consider untouchable for his leadership, consistency, and loyalty. So you can imagine if Carvalhal's playing right back and then he gets injured and Trent steps in and he has got so much to live up to be honest with you. Captain's armband, wearing it in his very first pre-season match after injury, sends a huge signal. Xabi trusts him deeply. Tactical fit, defensively more reliable than Trent, particularly in big Champions League nights or El Clasico. Fan connection, a youth product from Leganes who embodies the Madrid spirit. Fans see him as one of their own. The Xabi factor, shared history with Alonso adds to his influence. He's a direct link between the manager's playing days and the current squad. Selection pressure on Trent. Missing out on this first pre-season start is significant. If Carvajal is fit and performing, Trent will have to be exceptional to displace him, especially in high-stakes matches. And of course, much of that could depend on the formation, right? As far as I'm aware, they did go with a 4-4-2 in that game. This isn't just a position battle. It's a clash between a club legend in the twilight of his career, desperate to show he's still the main man, and a marquee summer signing in Trent, whose style is more attacking but whose defensive reliability will be tested in La Liga and Europe. So the article is, this is massive, like the main man's back. He's the one that started in that position yesterday. I think those of us, that were debating what was going to happen with Trent before we really knew that it was going to happen, I think most of us felt it was going to happen, right? Well, I think it came up in all conversations, like, is he stupid? Is he not going to get ahead of Carvajal? But maybe if he's played, further up, the field, depending on the formation or whatnot. The reason I guess that we, or I, can warrant making a video about this is that this is a clear indication of the importance of Carvajal, and it touches on Trent, in the reporting. Like, despite this significant arrival in the summer, Carvajal's still the main man. So what I'm trying to show to you here is the pressure that's being put on Trent. Little reminder there, this is what, the standard that you're going to have to, live up to get in this team. One thing I will say is Carvajal's not getting any younger, right? So maybe Trent thinks about that and thinks about the future and whatnot. And, if you've watched this video through to the end, take a look at the comments, because these videos about Trent are the ones that get thumbs down more than any on my channel. And people tend to lose their shit, usually wet wipes that have stumbled on the channel that think the videos are just taking pops at him. They're not. The title's obviously a bit of banter, but this is purely, an absolute, reference, if you like, or me updating you as to what's being said in Madrid. And I think that Carvajal being on the front page is a big, strong indication of what's ahead for Real Madrid, especially with him starting in that very private pre-season game. There is no reference. I couldn't find anything anywhere in Spain, online, social media, anywhere, as to whether or not Trent came off the bench, figured in the game. The information was extremely limited, which was what Real Madrid were trying to do, trying to keep it as quiet as possible. But that's your first game, and maybe the next game, maybe Trent starts, So, like I say, this isn't about, Trent didn't start or anything. It's just giving you a true reflection of what the media are reporting. Okay, guys, I hope you found the video, informative. I know many of you do enjoy this feature because you're really interested to see what happens with Trent. I do talk about various former Liverpool players when they crop up in the media. This is obviously a high-profile one, which is why we have a series about it, because I personally am interested to see how he does when La Liga starts. Darwin Núñez, if he'd have gone to Spain, I would have absolutely 1,000,000% would have done a feature about Darwin as well. But there you go. So I leave it with you. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up the video. Please drop a comment. If you want to buy me a beer, I'm off for a beer today. It's my day out today. It's my Saturday. All right. There's a love out under the video. All right. If you can't see it, there's a link in the video description to Revolut, which comes direct to my phone, which means I can spend it there and fucking then. All right. Cheers, guys. Be good. I've got lots more coming up for you today.